Friday, the weekend is here, rest is near. It's Plus Sports on PlusTvAfrica. Welcome on the show. My name is Wale Scott, and I've got too many basketball stories today. Too many basketball stories today. But let me start with the fact that the Tigress, Nigeria the Tigress, yesterday lost their opening Group B game of the Australia 2020 World Cup qualifiers to China by 90 to 76 points. Nigeria will battle France later today, and Mali later on Sunday. Now, 3 tickets are up for grabs from each group. I've got Segun Ikuesan. Segun, good morning.
Good morning, Wale Scott.
Welcome on the show, bro.
Thank you.
We lost to China, and our girls tend to do well on the continent, but when they go abroad, they don't do so well, Segun.
That is not true, Wale.
Okay.
Don't forget, at the 2018 World Cup in Spain, Nigeria set a new record for Africa by being the first African team to make it to the quarterfinal. Like they usually say, I tell people, games are won by 70% of the pitch of basketball court. If you didn't get it right administratively, the players, there is nothing, no magic they can do. No magic. That's the truth. Because right now they are like players without parents. It's sad. We should get it right. And like I will always say, I just hope things get right so that we can focus from, because we still have a lot of things ahead of us. This is the qualifier for the women. We have under 18 this year across the continent. We have World Cup qualifier for the men in June, July, and then going forward like that. And so we should sit down and at least, for crying out loud, the Nigerian government should sit down with all the warring parties. You don't apportion blame at this stage. Let things be done the proper way.
Thank you very much, Segun. I was going to come to you on that, but since you have brought it up, let me just continue with that. NBA, too much wala. I say NBA, MBBF, too much wala. Warring parties. Our basketball team, male and female, are doing so well compared to the football teams in Nigeria. How do you think we can advise we stop this war once and for all?
It's a simple thing. The Olympics, when the Olympics started in the 40s, that was World War. Everybody lays down their arms, they shoot their swords, and go to the field of play. We should learn to take things as a sportsman that we claim to be. Whether as administrator or anything in sport, let us learn to imbibe the spirit of sportsmanship. That is just my take.
Now, Segun, we've got Tijani Umar, we've got Musa Kida. Is this an ego problem? As in, this matter should have ended a long time ago.
Funny enough, they are not enemies. We should just get things right. I will always say the sports ministry have a lot of role to play in this. The minister called the meeting severally, but I'm not sure the ministry is emphatic of the outcome of such meetings. They should do things the right way so that we can continue to soar. We saw what happened under Tijani. The men won their first Afro basket, which is the only. Under Tijani, they went to the Olympics back-to-back, qualified for the Olympics back-to-back as the men. Under Kida, the women won 3 Afro baskets, qualified for the World Cup and got to the quarterfinal. And they also qualified both men and women to the last Olympics. So I would say everybody have made a positive impact in the sport. But we want to see more. We can do more. Because I have seen it done in other African countries. We can do more and raise the stake and set example. for other African countries to follow.
Before I let you go, Segun, Nigeria was able to make sure that basketballers across the world who are Nigerians joined the Tigers and the Tigress, and we are doing very well. What else can you advise will do to ensure these players stay? Because after a while they will go with the way we are behaving.
No,
really.
No, the truth is, the national team of Nigeria now is a brand. It's a global. It has become global brand. Thanks to upward trend looking for the men and the women in the last 10 years or thereabouts. So no player of Nigeria origin will want to play for Nigeria because they know, most of them, don't forget, bulk of them are in the US, and it is almost near impossible for them to make the American national team. Maybe one or two occasionally, but it's not impossible for them. So they will always, every player wants to play for national team. And so I see them staying to play.
Now, Segun, the Tigress take on France today. What do we expect?
50-50.
How can you say that?
No, I'm serious.
50-50.
Basketball, anything, it just takes 3 seconds for the tide to change in basketball.
True that.
Basketball is not football. Don't forget, it is classified to be played for 40 minutes, but the game can drag on for 2.5 hours. France should not think they are superpower. France in female basketball are no longer the way they used to be. And so they should expect a fight from the Nigerian ladies today. Also, Nigeria should not be overconfident against Mali on Sunday.
Exactly. I was going to come there. Because, you see, the Malians are very physical. They are very, they have more bronze than brains. No disrespect to them. And France...
France, Wale, you're right. They have brains. No, they have.
Yeah.
They have a young lad, a young star. She's 18, Kone. They have their center, she's like a tank, Miriam Koulibaly. She made it to the top 5 all-star of the last Afro basket, which they lost to Nigeria. And so don't say they don't have. Majority of the Malian, as a matter of fact, 95% of them play professional in Spain, in France, and in Belgium. And they are well coached. It's just determination that gives them the way to Nigeria. That is why I said our ladies should not be overconfident. I will tell you, Mali is the most progressive basketball team in Africa at the moment. And I will give you an example. In 2017 and 2019, they finished third at the Afro basket. In 2019, and downward, they are under 16, under 18 have been dominant force in Africa. As a matter of fact, the under 19 team in 2019 finished second to the USA at the under 19 World Cup, played in Greece. And the Malian women team took a step a lead when they finished second to Nigeria. They had the perennial, the most decorated women team in Africa. They didn't even make the top place. They finished fourth. That tells you about the program Mali are executing on the basketball.
Now, Segun, will you conclude that some African countries are actually taking over when it comes to progressing in basketball in Africa compared to Nigeria, that is? When it comes to progressing in basketball in Africa compared to Nigeria?
Yes, I will tell you, a lot are actually progressing. A lot. That's the truth. And that is why, like football, there is no more winner in basketball on the continent. At the last Afro basket in Kigali, both Kenya and Uganda defeated Nigeria. Cape Verde topped Angola. Guinea defeated Egypt, which is the first win in African top flight basketball in 24 years. And so, yes, Nigeria you know why Nigeria progress cannot be measured? Because we've always been first when it comes to the ladies. And when it comes to the men, yes, we have the guts to go all the way. If you remember the last time, the World Cup in China,
True that.
Nigeria, the world over, was the first to qualify for the World Cup, 2019 World Cup. So I would say there is really no yardstick of measuring us. If we get it right administratively, I tell you, in every competition in Africa, other country will be saying, I will come second or I will come third. They will gladly leave the first spot for Nigeria because we have the talent, we have the managerial skill to do it. We only need to work in harmony.
Now, Segun, please don't go anywhere. Stay with us. I want to ask you a question. You said something a few minutes ago. You said there are no minnows in sports anymore.
Yes.
Now, the Portland Trail Blazers snatched a narrow 107-105 win over the floundering Los Angeles Lakers, the almighty LA Lakers. Now, Afeni Simons starred for the home side with 29 points as they overcame a full strength but out of form LA team. A close back and forth encounter throughout the game, Portland edged the tie in the fourth quarter. We'll watch this. When we come back, Segun, let's try and analyze no minnows in sports that you said. Welcome back. Now, Segun, LA Lakers, with all their LeBron James and blah, 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 they still lost. Yeah, close points, 105-107, but they still lost. There are no minnows anywhere in sports anymore.
Well, basketball is like a community. When there are too many leaders in a community, such a community will definitely have problems. The Lakers is star-studded. I will tell you, they are living in past glory. Just all the teams are catching up. And then if you look at the average age of the Lakers team, it's over 30. Yes, basketball, you should get better even when you're up to 40. But younger guys who are more mobile, they are not scared of LeBron anymore. Gone are the days when I've been hearing the name LeBron James put fear in the mind of an opposing player. It is not there anymore. Everybody wants to compete. And that is what the Lakers injury is also not on the side because most times, few of the players run into a injury problem and before they come back, other players could not really put their own and so the team was under. I still give it to them to make it to the playoff. I will give it to make it to the playoff.
Now,
playoff is another ball game.
Segun, before I let you go, let me put you on the hot seat. Now, you are the basketball go-to man. So, who would you put in the finals? You are the basketball go-to man.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me anymore? Wow. Guest network.
Yeah, I can hear you friendly now.
Okay, now, who would you put in the finals of the NBA from the North and South Conference?
That's what?
Who would you put in the finals if you had your way?
No, I didn't get your question because
which teams would you put in the finals in the North and Western Conference if you had your way?
Milwaukee Bucks.
In basketball, yes, of course.
It's a team loaded with a lot of players of African descent. And so I'll see them. And every other team. Then I'll see Toronto Raptors also. And then the Boston Celtics.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us today, Segun Ikuesan. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Segun picks Toronto Raptors and, okay. That's his take. He's the basketball go-to man. Now, Felix Auger-Aliassime ended his three-time major winner, Andy Murray's run at the Rotterdam Open after a straight sets win. He beats Murray straight sets. I told Mukail yesterday. Mukail was saying, it's Andy Murray. He takes every shot. He takes every point. Okay. Alliassime, I told him they would beat him. Now, Murray had reached the last 16 after beating Alexandra Bublik 24 hours earlier, but couldn't match the power of the world number 9. The Canadian won the first set 6-3 before Murray fought back from breakdown in the second set to put pressure on his 21-year-old opponent. Auga Alliassime, though, was able to restore his break advantage, securing the second set 6-4 to set up a quarter-final against Great Britain's Cameron Norrie. Okay, now sports meets with entertainment at this point. Now, with the glitz and glam of Super Bowl LV1, host city Los Angeles, the artists behind the upcoming halftime show on Sunday say it had to be them on stage. Okay, so Snoop has a sexual assault issue. Onoja was telling me a few minutes ago. So sad. So sad when these people who are supposed to be role models get involved in this. I'm going to leave you with the tennis story. I'll leave you with that. I was telling Mukail and a few people, Debola too was in the mix, talking about Alliassime can't beat Andy Murray, not at this stage. Okay, so he beats him now. I'm vindicated. Tayo was behind the cameras. He always has my back when it comes to that. Thank you very much, Onoja. Thank you very much, Shy. I call you Shy. Thank you very much, Omotola. She always has my back. Belema, thank you very much. Thank you, Shayo. Thank you, Emeka. And downstairs, the powerhouse, D1, Dio, has my back too. Thank you very much. My name is Wally Scott. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your heart, do some sports.